When children have the opportunity to focus on the process, they become more involved in what they're learning. They're not looking just to regurgitate the information and give it back. They have an opportunity to really make it their own, to ask the questions that they're interested in and take it in a direction that really interests them.
Most people have heard of the Montessori method. While many of us know it's an alternative teaching method, few people truly understand how this unconventional approach to education is executed and how it impacts the way children learn. Most parents wonder, how exactly are subjects taught? How are the children's advancements measured? And can Montessori set them up for success in the future?
In the classroom, the Montessori materials and the management of the classroom will allow for free choice and independence. So the children become engaged in their own learning and agents of their own learning. And as a result of that, they really develop a love of learning and become internally motivated to keep working. We call it a prepared environment, and that is mixed age groups of children in each classroom and also the Montessori materials. The mixed age groups of children in each of the classrooms allow the children at the eldest grouping to become leaders and mentors for the younger children. The best way to demonstrate mastery of any concept is to actually teach it to somebody else. The younger children get to observe the older children, and they're inspired by the older children to reach their own goals.
Essentially, this becomes more than a math lesson. It becomes a lesson in acceptance, empathy, and leadership, all qualities that are universally recognized as being critical to shaping youth into successful and mindful adults. Assessment
in Montessori is measured in 4 different ways. First of all, observation. The teachers are very keen observers of the children and their work, so they'll watch their students and look to see when they're ready to be introduced to the next concept, or if they're having any difficulties and need a representation. They also will meet with their students on a regular basis and review their work and talk about goals. The students develop their own portfolios, and so they're constantly assessing their own work and choosing what is their best work and put it into a portfolio, and then that gets presented to teachers and to parents at conferences. And then the 4th way is the students' own assessment and accountability of the work that they're doing, and they keep journals of their daily work and can assess if they need to work a little more on math, it may be, or finish a research project, and then those journals are periodically checked by the teacher as well.
Because the method focuses on learning at an individual child's pace, there is a burden that is lifted, particularly for children who might experience anxiety over a certain subject. The more engaged a student is when approaching the subject, the more likely he or she is to thrive and truly learn the topic at hand, not just memorize the material for the sake of passing a test. Here at Near North Montessori School in Chicago, parents are reassured that they've made the right choice for their child.
Montessori education impacted their development in many ways, but one of the most important ways is that they really aren't afraid of diving into new things. They have a certain confidence that allows them to take the first step, and then the next, and the next, and the next. And I feel that they've gotten this confidence from having their process and their intuition validated all the years during Montessori education. And they've taken this with them into high school and college and done very well.
Montessori really does well is prepare you for college. The kind of problem solving that you learn from a very early age is something that comes up in college often. One example of something you learn later in Montessori in 7th and 8th grade, we're encouraged to do independent study projects, which often end up being 50-page papers or large presentations to a group, and that's very similar to term papers in college and getting you ready for college.
Located in the heart of Chicago, Near North Montessori School is fostering the next generation of adaptable, resilient, and empowered global citizens by offering dynamic learning environments that complement these and other programs. The school embraces diversity, and student ages range from infants through junior high. Through their participation in and out of the classroom, these students are learning how to be fully engaged in their world and are equipped to thrive in whatever direction life takes them.
Here, the students get to visit what is essentially an outdoor classroom, and they learn what it takes to be stewards of the earth, what it takes to take care of and nurture the growing of food. And so when they're down there, they're learning many lessons or applying many lessons that they've learned in the classroom. And every season, the children can really see the fruits of their labor in the work. It pays off. They've got many crops and produce that they can bring back to school, and they use in their classrooms or for the student-run sandwich shop business.
I credit the Montessori philosophy with really nurturing that sense of community and connection and collaboration. It's a wonderful environment to be in.
Children now need to be not only academically prepared for life, but also they need to be skilled in collaboration, in communication, in character development. They need to be creative, and they need to be good critical thinkers. And these are things that our students, our graduates, have been doing during their 14 years here at Near North. And therefore, when they graduate here, they really are ready for life.
Near North Montessori School focused on long-term education goals while promoting a lifelong love of learning. To learn more about the Montessori philosophy and Near North Montessori School in Chicago, visit our website at nnms.org.